When you are part of the norm, the tendency is to conform. And it's scary to step away from the mainstream, but that is where your passion comes through, and the world bends to passion. I always tell my kids, there's so much fun on the other side of fear. And that is something that I learned through disability. When I became disabled, I looked in the mirror and I was like, it's not me. Clothes fit completely differently when you're always sitting down. So I am constantly on the hunt for clothes that work on disabled bodies.
What is your favorite position?
I have 2 kids and a husband who's amazing and a great partner. Life is extremely busy for us at the moment, but yeah, like any other day. A lot of my life is centered around my home at the moment, so I will do a workout and then I'll start writing. It's really rare that disabled people get to tell our own stories. That's part of my work as the vice chair of the Disabled Writers Committee. Not only advancing my own career, but advancing prospects of all disabled writers. For me, that means embracing disability. It means celebrating it. It's a thing that happened, but what happened afterward is so much more interesting to me. When I first became paralyzed, I wasn't even sure, how do I go down my driveway without tumbling? Nothing compares to looking down into like a 10-foot bowl, being like, what's the worst that could happen? I end up in a wheelchair? I like scaring people a little bit, and I like breaking expectations of what a wheelchair is and what it can do. It was at an Angel City Sports event that I played wheelchair basketball for the first time.
What are you supposed to do as a defense?
It was the same feeling that I have with WCMX. Something sparked in me. I have a favorite quote. Disability is not a brave struggle or courage in the face of adversity. Disability is an art. It's an ingenious way to live. It really turns on its head what the common perception of disability is. Like, I feel like my brain literally grew as I adapted to my disability. You also learn from your fellow disabled people. So the biggest gift for me of disability is the disabled community. Growing up in kind of a toxic environment, I don't have a robust family of my own. Like, I consider it like sort of a universal brotherhood of disability. There's so many disabled people, so many people who need clothes that fit differently. Slick Chicks is emblematic of the idea of inclusive design. These clothes are not only for disabled people. They're just clothes, and they fit lots of different types of bodies. Part of my goal in life is telling people it wasn't the end of me. In fact, it was the most wonderful chapter, and getting into WCMX, getting into wheelchair basketball, getting to know people in the disabled community. I wouldn't give them up. So sometimes people will ask, would I go back and change it? No, I wouldn't give up all the things that I've gotten from it.